songwriter said, there's so much to be grateful for. So, what was up with the instructions? Greetings and salutations. This is your girl, Outspoken Diva, and let's have a talk about it, shall we? Yeah, I am not handheld right now, so but if y'all saw my setup, I told y'all in a previous video that the answer is yes, but yeah, my new spot will be coming along. My new setup will be coming along. It's coming along. So, anywho, what are we talking about today? We are talking about the viral video of the young lady at a church, teenager. Now I'm gonna call her a young teenager at a church in Mesquite, Texas, where she said that she was thankful, grateful for her stepmother because she listened to her better than her biological mother, and it caused a kerfuffle at their church. And a lady of authority, I don't know if she was the pastor or not, but I know she's a lady of authority, had to speak out, and then they had to pray over the young lady, the teenager, about rebellion, and her mother had something to say during the service and stuff. And y'all have done a lot of chattering about it. I mean, my whole thing is it's more to the story. And while we could see that the prayer warriors were and ministers were for praying over the young lady, the teenager, who was praying for the mother, because yeah, she need prayer too. But hey, but in true outspoken diva fashion, I want to talk about something that y'all are not talking about. Oh, very few of y'all are talking about. The whole video that I saw was weird anyway. They had the youth of the church standing up front to say what they were thankful for. And the lady who was telling them, and she's like, I don't want y'all to be talking about your thankful for your teacher stuff. I want what you're really thankful for. One young lady, she was like, I'm thankful for my family, God. I mean, you need to say some more. I mean, what do you mean? Expound on that. And and it was really like their whole disposition and the way they presented themselves in saying it. It was not of my liking. I mean, it didn't have to be with my liking, but hey, I mean, this is my platform. I could talk about it, right? Growing up, this of course, it takes me back to Foundation Church. I just have problems with people who feel like what you're thankful for, there's a problem. Like we all have to only say it this way or say these things or whatever. And it takes me back to Foundation Church. No, they never did march us in the front to say what we were thankful for. If we did that, it was probably like in Sunday school in primary and beginners class when my mama's friend, Sister Swift, we'll call her Sister Swift, was our teacher. And yeah, no, there was no thing. Only time I know that I talked about what I was thankful for was as a child, or period, was at home, during Thanksgiving, especially if Aunt V, my grandfather's sister, was there. We would pray, and either you had to do a scripture, everybody had to get, say a scripture after the prayer, or say what they were thankful for. But there was no, no expounding. If whatever you was thankful for was what you were thankful for, no one, yeah, that was not a thing. Growing up, it did not become. I did not notice that people have problems what people are grateful for and what they're thankful for. There's this judgment. There's this opinion. There's this standard until I got grown. Well, later teenager. I was grown. I had graduated from high school. I want to say it was probably either my first or second year. I was in the young adult class in Vacation Bible School. Vacation Bible School was the director was my mom's best friend, good friend, my Aunt Jan, and also her assistant was my oldest aunt. So, but so remember that. But yeah, but we were in, and our teacher was the first lady of the church, Sister T. No, First Lady T. I miss her so much. And then her assistant was, we'll call her Charlie Brown's teacher. If you heard her talk, you would be like, so yeah, she's still living, but my grandmother loved her. She loved my grandmother, so okay. But we went, and whatever was the lesson, I can't remember what the lesson was. But I know we had to go around and talk about things that we were grateful for. Well, at that time, this must have been, yeah, I must have been 19. So this is my second year in college. So my second year uh, with them, in this class. And at that time, and it was at that time, my mother was very much against the young adult classes. She did not like, she felt like age groups should stay with age groups. She did not like making one youth choir with the junior choir and the teenager choir, the youth choir, the teenagers, put them all together. She was against that. And then young adults, the young adult class went from 18 to 30, and she felt like, you need to split it up like from 18 to 24, through 24, and then 25 to 30. She felt like that should have been a thing. And I didn't care at first until after this incident. Yeah, I definitely understood what my mother was talking about, because we were talking about what we were thankful for, what we were grateful for, the blessings that God had given us. At that time, I was very thankful that my financial aid had come through already before school had started, and I knew that I was getting a grant and work study. My first year, I had to be on all loans. Okay. And then other people that were in my age group, though, whether they were in school or not, they had, I'm thankful, God gave me this, and then things that were, comparable to all of that kind of stuff, that younger people, people under the age of, I don't know, I'll say 25, would be thankful for, that kind of stuff. Okay. The problem was, the class was supposed to be for 18 to 30, but there were people who had children that were like a couple of years younger than me, and they were not just, they were past the age of 30. And they were grateful for what they were grateful for. God made a way out of one way that I can, pay my bills and pay the car note, send the kid, all that kind of stuff. The kids, could have, their kids, they could go on and buy uniforms earlier, that kind of things that, people of older young adults, would, we'll say people, 35, 36, would be grateful for, as opposed to, someone that's 18, 19, right? Okay. No problem, right? Next evening, Aunt Jan calls me. She said, come here. Let me talk to you. Now, I noticed that my aunt was not standing there. No, was not sitting there. So I was like, okay, what's up? She was like, what happened in class yesterday? I was like, what are you talking about? Nothing happened in class yesterday. She said, I'm gonna let you read. And see, at that time, I was the more level headed, and I was not prone to gossip. I'm not prone to gossip because I have to give it there to gossip. So, and some of the folks that I grew up with, chatter chatter. So I read these forums and stuff, and the younger adults are not serious about their walk with God, and I just don't understand. Maybe we do need separate classes, and all this stuff. And I was incensed. I was incensed for a good portion after that. Even after I left Foundation Church, I referred to them as the bill payers. It was a whole group of people. I just called them the bill payers. You know, I didn't have bills like that. Someone else did. But because I'm thankful for what God has done for me, I'm not serious about my walk with God. Maybe my walk with God looks different from yours. But that doesn't say that I'm not serious. I don't understand. I didn't understand the opinion, the judgment, nor the standard. I did not. And from then on, yeah, I started noticing people everywhere. If you say something that you're thankful for and it doesn't line up, people have these things to say. Just like that lady on that video who said, "Yeah, we want to hear about, we want the real. We don't care about your toy. You being thankful for your toys." What if you're 5 years old? Why can't you be? Hold on. Sorry about that. Why can't you be? If you're 5 years old, why can't you be thankful for your toys? Why can't you be thankful for your teacher? What if your teacher is an inspirational person to you? I don't understand that. Why is there this standard, especially on children, of what needs to be, what needs to be said on being grateful? But I don't understand that. And at some point, we need to normalize letting people be grateful for what they're grateful for. Let them be thankful for their, what their Thanksgiving is what their Thanksgiving is. You know, what God gave them, what life has given them, what the world has given them that they are thankful for. Let them be thankful for it. Just because this is not what you are thankful for does not mean that you're not thankful. There is somebody right now, thankful that they just have a place to sit down. They've been standing on their feet all day, and they just go, "Oh Lord, I'm thank you for being able to sit down." If you ask them, what you thankful for right now? What are you thankful for? Man, I am just thankful to have a seat. What judgment, what opinion, what standard is there for you to say because of what they're no. Let's normalize letting people be thankful and grateful for what they are thankful and grateful for. That's what I want us to start doing as of this moment in 2025, November 2025. I think it's what, the 23rd or the 24th whenever I post this. Let's stop. We don't have no judgments. We don't have no opinions. We don't have no standards on what you're gonna be thankful for. There's another song that I learned as a child. There are many things I am thankful for. Let me tell you the reasons why. If there are many things that I can be thankful for, why would you pigeonhole me into what right there? Yeah, that's what that was about. That was the part of the video that I saw what the video about all that other, y'all heard what I said. But then there's the other portion that I'm like, why y'all got these kids and I am thankful for I have air going in and out of my body. Okay. I'm also thankful that I got something to cover my head with right now because I haven't done my twist and I haven't pulled out my bun. Somebody don't have that. I'm thankful I can put some earrings on when I started looking kind of a little too plain. I am thankful for to be able to watch the news. Somebody can't do that. Now, what's your judgment, your opinion, and your standard for that? I'm thankful that you gonna have the wisdom not to even tell me that. I'm thankful for that also. Okay. Yeah, let people be thankful for what they thankful for. And let's start it out young. Okay? If they thankful for a teacher, or they thankful for some toys, or thankful for being able to color. Let these kids let them know. Yeah, we don't need to have you know, they thankful for their parent. I mean, for they family and God. That's all it is, and there's not no explanation about it. So be it. Okay, if they truly thankful, they truly thankful. Okay, and you're probably now thankful that I am done with talking about this. Okay, what are you thankful for right now when you're watching this? Let me know down in the comment section of this video on the social media site that you see this on, except Facebook. Facebook, of course, leave yours down below on this video. And yeah, that is it. So yeah, happy Thanksgiving. Every day is a day of Thanksgiving. So hey, and let's be grateful to God. Okay. All right. And other than that, talking to you in adult terms.